Aloha, Supernova Sarah here. I just woke up a little while ago and I was pulling my spirit cards for the day, and I don't do that all the time. It's just whenever I feel I might want a little bit of guidance or insight. And I'll show you a picture of the deck when I show it on the camera. From this point it goes backwards, so I'll just take a picture of it. And it's called Sacred Rebels. Such beautiful cards and beautiful artwork, just divine messages. And I've pulled this card a few times now in the last 3 weeks to a month, and it's called Seeing the True You. And you know, since it's come up multiple times, that usually means, hey, pay attention, this is a true message to you. And I dove into it a little bit, and I realized, you know, when a lot of us who are on this path of awakening and spiritual enlightenment and really looking to better our lives and open ourselves up to more, because there is a lot more than just this physical life here on earth. And we're always saying how everything is a reflection. Everything we see is a reflection of us, and every experience is reflecting something back to us that we are supposed to learn. And you know, I'm a true believer in that, in the sense that it seems like I really can look at every experience with every person that I speak to or pass by, and I can learn something. There's always something to learn. However, if you look deeper into that, it doesn't always mean that they are a pure reflection of what you are emanating from your heart. And I wanted to dive into that a little bit because so many of my friends and myself were constantly on this subject, and I realized that yes, as we are all fractals of this universe and we are all a piece of each other, and we can definitely learn something within every experience, there's also something to be said about, is this person that is in front of me really my true reflection here and now? Are they of the same frequency, the same vibration that I am emanating here and now? And I figured out the answer is not always yes. It's not. It's I truly feel that we come into contact with these people because it's still very much a reality, the way these people are behaving, the way they're feeling, and the lives that they're leading and the choices that they're making. That is their reality, and it's absolutely going on somewhere in this world. And of course we're going to interact with it. We're still part of this physical world. It's going to come into our lives, but to be able to look at it and say, is that me right now? Or was that me in another lifetime or another time in this life? And could it be me later on in this life, in another moment? And all of those possibilities could be true. And so I really feel that it is super important to be going within and really acknowledging how we are feeling here and now inside of ourselves, and being able to differentiate what each interaction is showing us and what are the multiple lessons within that. It's not always like, oh, I'm emitting a negative frequency, I just attracted this crazy person. That is not always the case. And I really feel that it's a beautiful moment to reflect back on maybe who you used to be, or at one time in this life, because we're all growing. We've all had to start from a certain point, which was not where we're at today. And I feel we all have many past lives, and you know, we've done all kinds of different things that we might not remember. And to have compassion for these people, for one, have compassion. Just because they're making choices that we don't agree upon and that don't vibe with who we are and what we want to do with this life does not mean that it's wrong. And it does not mean that they are ignorant or incapable of participating in this world, because they are absolutely participating and they're absolutely a piece to the puzzle. And even though we might not think it's of divine alignment, does not mean that they are not on their path of purpose. They need to go through these lessons too. We all have our lessons, and it's continuous, and we all make mistakes. We all say things we regret, or, and that word is kind of funny, but we all say things that, you know, we want to transcend from, that we want to change. And that's how we change these behaviors, by finding things that we do or say or experience that don't vibe with us, and we want to find ways to evolve beyond it and better ourselves and evolve ourselves to a more loving, compassionate space. So with that said, to understand that it's definitely reality for them, and it's definitely going on, and it's absolutely important to have compassion for these people and gratitude that they are going through the experience that they're going through, which may be really dark, and they're going through it and they're doing the best they can. And it is up to us to shine our light, and it is up to us to be able to emanate those higher frequencies, and know that that is the deeper lesson within this experience, is to be able to hold a higher frequency for them to see, for them to strive for, whether they will acknowledge it in that moment or not, that it's something that they want or something they want to work towards. It will resonate with them somewhere inside, and it will help guide them to know that there is something more, to know that there is a more beautiful way of living, and to know that there's always hope. And I feel in this world right now, a lot of people have lost hope, and the hope isn't gone. It's this has taken control, and we've lost the total coherency of the heart and the mind. And it's okay, because that connection is still there, and we can connect it in an instant. We just have to have the ability to step back, breathe, observe, and reconnect ourselves, and really emanate that beautiful frequency of hope and faith, and the knowing that everything is always in alignment, everything is always happening for a reason, everything. And to understand they may not have worked through their oceans of consciousness as far as you have, you know, to see everything as you have. And I don't know that there's one person on this planet that has seen and knows all the same exact things. That's impossible. We all have acquired our own knowledge and our own information, and we're growing the best that we can. So to be patient with each other and treat each other with respect. Respect. That's a huge word recently. Just really respect each other and respect ourselves, and to honor ourselves in knowing that these people and these experiences that we may be coming across recently is not necessarily a huge reflection of what we're feeling. It's just a part of the process of other people that are awakening with us. It's a collaborative effort, and sometimes in order for many to break free of a certain thought form or a certain level of consciousness, it takes some pressure and I feel like we're in a pressure cooker recently on this planet. You know, there's just so much energy and it's building up, and there's so many people freaking out, and there's so many people not knowing which direction to go in. And you know what? It's okay. If we can just keep breathing and keep remembering that as long as we personally are in alignment with our hearts and what feels good for us, if we could all do that and focus on that, all of a sudden we would find this smooth ride where we would all be rising together. However, it's the resistance, it's the fear, it's the scare tactics that these bigger leaders are pushing upon the followers, and it's working. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Understand that you have the power within you to change what's here and now. And by doing that, we are participating in the collective consciousness, raising everything together, and we can keep pushing through. We can keep helping others by leading by example. The more of us that lead by example, the more of us that end up congregating and rising together, the more that shine their light. It's easier to find people through the darker, corners. So, I think it's really important to look at these reflections that are showing us, okay, I've been there, or I see it, but I'm not going to go there. I will shine my light. But also to look around you and see the others that are shining their light. There are others around us. They're looking for you as you are looking for them, and it's up to us to really magnetize each other together. All of those that have the same focal point, the same mission, the same types of goals to be of love and gratitude and co-creation, and be able to create the lives that we know are possible on this planet of freedom and purity, and just being able to get along and enjoy each other and appreciate each other for everything that we are. That does exist, and it's on a certain frequency, and it's on a certain level, and we must rise ourselves up to meet it. We must raise our frequency to be able to match that vibration. Otherwise, you're not going to feel it, you're not going to see it. So we have to do the self-work. We have to be able to see that we can learn as much as possible in each given moment, and to be grateful for that, and to realize that as we are all reflections of each other, the biggest reflection is within. That's the biggest reflection that you're looking for. All the answers that you want are what you're feeling on the inside, not what everyone else is doing outside of you, not what everyone else is saying you should and shouldn't be doing. It's what feels right to you. And the other person, it's what feels right to them. And if they can't reach that and they don't know how to get there, maybe we can assist them if they want it. But really the goal is to do what feels good for us to keep rising up. And everyone else will come with us. That is the goal. So in a world where there's lots of projections and lots of negativity going around right now, I would like to read a really beautiful just healing affirmation for us to release these projections and move forward with our own truths. So when I read these, to my clients, I always have them close their eyes and really just take in each word and allow it to resonate with your heart and affirm it to be true here and now. So here it is. If you guys want to, you can close your eyes. I now break any contract I have ever made with another, consciously or unconsciously, that has given them the power over me, power over my sense of self, the authority to approve or reject me or anything about me, including my voice, body, creativity, spirituality, and way of living. Of my own free will, I now choose to directly perceive my own inner beauty and turn within with kindness and compassion to see myself through the eyes of unconditional love. So be it. Go forward with today with courage, confidence, compassion, gratitude, self-love and love for others, and pure acceptance for what is around you and what is on the inside, and knowing that what does not resonate anymore, you have the power to change it. Start here. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Aloha.